Going on YouTube. This video right here is for educational purposes, raising awareness. You know what I mean? I think this one's from freedompool.org. So this one says Edward Mandell House in a private meeting with Woodrow Wilson, President 1913 through 1921. Says source unknown. Okay, so very soon every American will be required to register their biological property in a national system designed to keep track of the people, and that will operate under the ancient system of pledging. By such methodology, we can compel people to submit to our agenda, which will affect our security as a chargeback for our fiat paper currency. Every American will be forced to register or suffer not being able to work and earn a living. They will be our chattel, and we will hold a security interest over them forever by operation of the law merchant under the scheme of secured transactions. Americans, by unknowingly or unwittingly delivering the bills of lading to us, will be rendered bankrupt and insolvent, forever to remain economic slaves through taxation secured by their pledges. They will be stripped of their rights and given a commercial value designed to make us a profit, and they will be none the wiser, for not one man in a million could ever figure our plans, and if by accident one or two figure it out, we have in our arsenal plausible deniability. After all, this is the only logical way to fund government, by floating liens and debt to the registrants in the form of benefits and privileges. This will inevitably reap to us huge profits beyond our wildest expectations and leave every American a contributor or to this fraud which we call social insurance. I think that's the Social Security, but without realizing, every American will insure us for any loss we may incur, and in this manner every American will unknowingly be our servant, however begrudgingly. The people will become helpless and without any hope for their redemption, and we will employ the high office of the president of our dummy corporation to foment this plot against America. So, another thing, this is Black's Laws Dictionary, 11th edition. Just wanted to go over the word person. As you can see, there's a few of the, I think it says, okay, persona, right? So 1812 says Roman law, a person, an individual, a human being. By the Roman law, every human being who had rights other than such as were merely personal, or was subject to obligations or duties other than such as were merely personal, had two personalities, personas, one natural, the other legal, artificial, and fictitious. And it was in the latter that his rights were vested, and upon the latter that his obligations and duties were imposed. It was a peculiarity of the legal personality that, being the creature of law, it continued to exist so long as there was any reason for its existence. It was not affected, therefore, by the death of the natural person, but continued its existence in the natural person's successor or higher. Langdell Brief Survey of Equity Jurisdiction. Okay, the other one is, so you got public person. A public person means a sovereign government or body or person delegated authority under it. You got legal person. says see artificial person. So a legal person is an artificial person. See fictitious person is an artificial person. What's an artificial person? It's an entity such as a corporation created by law and given certain legal rights and duties. Well, that must mean artificial rights, fictional rights, I guess, right? But in duties of a human being, a being, real or imaginary, who for the purpose of legal reasoning is treated more or less as a human being. An entity is a person for the purposes of the due process and equal protection clauses, but is not a citizen for the purposes of the privileges and immunities clauses in Article, I think that's 4 or 5. I still don't really know them. I think Roman 6 or something like that. One of them, Section 2. And in the 14th Amendment, also termed conventional person, fictitious person, juristic person, juridical person, legal person, moral person, legal entity. So we know a legal entity is legal entity is an artificial person. So record of birth. You got the record of birth. You got the certificate of live birth. You got the little registered number there, right? You got the registered and the state number. So supposedly, allegedly, the word is, then you got the Department of Health one. So supposedly, it says it's illegal to alter or reproduce this document in any manner. And supposedly, guys, I think it was altered because, look, there's a City Hall one, the Certificate of Live Birth one, City Hall one. It doesn't say that on here. It doesn't say it is illegal to alter or reproduce this document, which it was clearly illegally altered and reproduced, it seems like, because, look, this is the all capital letter name one. This is the all small capital letter name one. The certificate of live birth at the Department of Health is the small capital letter name one. So suppose I'm not going to get too deep into the all caps thing being this. Regardless, it's still a legal person, so it still fall under fictional person. So I'm still doing some more research trying to understand about all that. But then again, it says on this side, person, a human being, also termed a natural person. So you have a natural person, legal person. So supposedly, people be talking about, status. Your status in U.S. says what type of person or what type of status are you operating in. So that's something more to look into. Alright. I'll make another video soon.